Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be my match preview for Sheffield United going away to the Riverside. So just before I start the video, make sure to drop a like on it. I'm going to aim for, let's just go for the old traditional 7 likes on the video. I can't even do it, 7 likes. Because I admit it, this video probably won't be as good because my tripod's annoying me. It's not even staying straight. I'm not sure if you guys can even notice it, but the tripod seems a bit wonky. So it might not be a video up to the usual quality because of my face not being aligned. But yeah, 7 likes on the video. I'm making up excuses, so let's get right into it. So we've had one game this season. Up to yet, Borough have drawn theirs, we've lost Stars. So I guess I'm going to get into Borough because apparently their win was a very, very lucky one, okay? There was 2-0 down, and from what I've heard from Borough Fan TV, until about the 87th minute, they were probably the worst team on the pitch for the whole time. And then they managed to salvage a draw out of it, which I suppose that could pose some questions as to how the Millwall players are. If I was just going to let a 2-0 win go like that, you know, the questions have got to be asked, especially from Neil Harris. But players about at Middlesbrough. So Daniel Ayala was not involved on Saturday against Millwall. Let me get my words out. So I don't know if that's because he's injured, whether he could possibly move into another team. Whether he's suspended, I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's an injury because they've already let one centre-back go, and Ben Gibson. He's gone to Burnley for a reported fee of like 25 million, which is insane. I don't think that they're going to play the same side that they did on Saturday. They had a very aging midfield with Howson, Clayton and Ledbetter. They're all very similar players, aren't they? They all don't mind defending, they're all pretty decent at attacking, all box-to-box midfielders. And they could do with some youth in that midfield. 28, 29 and I think 31 or 32 is the age of their midfield, so they could do with a bit of a younger player. Obviously the Blades, we have Lee Evans, Fleck and Lundstrom. I think the oldest one of them is Fleck at about 27, so that just goes to show you know, the difference in quality and age in the Championship in midfield, because I feel like Fleck is probably the best midfielder out of the two clubs. Obviously, Middlesbrough had Mo Besic last season, and I think that they're missing him, to be honest. They haven't really had anybody come in and replace him. They've had a youngster that was out on loan last season come into the first team. He had an appearance on Saturday, against Millwall. What is it, Lewis Page, I think? I'm not 100% sure. Not Daniel Ayala. Adama Traore is having a medical with Wolves, so he's not going to move on for too much longer. He didn't play on Saturday either. They played Martin Braithwaite ahead of him, and also Stuart Downing on the wings. But I'm covering up with all of these negatives, but they still have a superb team. They have a Sombalonga up front, proven Championship striker at Forest, and also Middlesbrough not having the most minutes last season for them at the Riverside, but he still got a few goals. I'm pretty sure he got like 15. I'm not 100% sure. It was quite a few to say that he didn't play a huge amount of football. They're linked with Martin Waghorn, but I'm pretty sure he's going to Derby now, so they missed out on a striker there. And I just feel like looking down their squad, they don't have too much squad depth at this point. I don't know whether I'm being an idiot and I've just forgot about a load of players that are injured, or they genuinely don't have too many players, because you look on the bench and it's either youngsters or players that aren't too good. You know, Ashley Fletcher, I think it's Ashley Fletcher, the striker. I don't know why he's still at him, to be honest. He's not that good. I noticed that Rudy Casted wasn't on the bench. I don't know whether he's injured or whether Pulis just don't fancy him, which I reckon is ludicrous because he's just a Pulis player, isn't he? But I just don't think that Pulis has quite got the squad that he wanted. And obviously we've still got until the end of the month for the loan window to close. We've still got until I think it's Thursday for the transfer window to close, so he can still sign some players if he needed to, I guess, because he's got the Ben Gibson money, but it's just whether he does go out and do that or not. So moving on to the Blades, there are 3 players that I thought really do need to improve for this match if they play, which are Lee Evans, Ender Stevens and Leon Clark, alright? I thought Ender Stevens put in another average performance. I'd love him just to bomb it down the line, whip in a fantastic cross and get it onto someone's head. That's what we need from him. He doesn't enjoy running, does he? Ender Stevens just prefers passing it and getting everybody else to do you know, the running for him. But I'd prefer it if a wing back was doing the running. Lee Evans enjoys to pass it sideways or backwards. I'd rather him to just play a couple of passes forward, even if only one of them two do pay off. It's better than it just going back to Basham, and then Basham has to try and create something himself. And then Leon Clark, I just feel like last season he went on that fantastic run where he got, I don't know how many goals it must have been. It must have been about 13 goals in the space of about 8 matches. And I believe that he just needs to do much better, and not necessarily go back into that run of form that he had, because he might never do that again in his whole career. But I just want him to have that goal scoring touch again, whether it's just getting one against Middlesbrough and being quiet. But that's what strikers are meant to do. They're meant to get goals. They're not necessarily meant to just be creating chances for others like Leon Clark's been trying to do lately. I'm expecting rotation though. For my lineup prediction, I have gone quite safe. I suppose talk about the lineup prediction. Last time we did beat Borough 2-1 at Bramley, and Lee Evans scoring them 2 screamers. So this is the lineup that we played last time. It should be next to me now. So you can see that it's got, I'm writing it down on my sheet, hold on to me. It's pretty similar to what we are playing right now, apart from the fact that we've got Simon Moore in net, we've got Jake Wright at the back, and we've also got Brooks up front. Obviously one of them is not an available option for us in David Brooks. He's at Bournemouth now, probably going to be playing for them on, I'm guessing, Saturday when their game is. And Jake Wright, he's not in the frame to be playing right now. I'm guessing John Egan's going to play ahead of him. And in that, you'd expect it to be Dino, wouldn't you? So I'm going to go into the match prediction screen now and give you my predicted 11. So as per, I should be in my little box now. You should be able to see the little box there on screen, and I'm going to be doing my lineup. So in that, it's going to be Dean Henderson. I don't really think that he did anything wrong on Saturday. The goals was, you know, the first one was passed in by Leon Clark, so he couldn't really have done it there, and it was tapped in by Ollie McBurney. And then the second goal, it was just a bit of a scramble in the box, and it ended up getting blasted in, getting deflected, I think. And if it weren't deflected, there were too many bodies in the way for Dean Henderson to see it anyway. So I believe that he's got to retain himself in there. He also made that wonderful save where the ball was going to dink into the back of the net, and he managed to jump and parry it over the net, and it went onto the top of the net. So I think I've spoken about nets enough now. Dean Henderson is my keeper. In at right wing back, it's going to be George Bordock. I thought he had quite a solid performance. Admittedly, he wasn't defending as much as I thought he could have done. I thought he bombed forward quite quickly, not really relishing the consequences. But, you know, Wilder told him to push forward. I'm not complaining at that. I feel like without that width from George Bordock, and Stevens wouldn't be able to do it. Kieran Freeman isn't as good at positioning as George Bordock is, so is the viable option, if you ask me. And then in the centre backs, we've got Basham, O'Connell and Egan. Not in the way that I've said it, as you can see it on screen. But Jack O'Connell has got to stay in the defence. Apparently Brighton have placed a bid for him, which I don't think that we're going to be able to accept that. If he's not going to go for more than Brooks did, it's going to be silly for us to even consider selling him. And Basham, he were out of position for their first goal, wasn't he? I think that he really does need to get his act together. I know that I sound really harsh right now, and I don't mean to, but you know, we're meant to be making a playoff push this season, and silly mistakes like that just can't be tolerated. Obviously, I'm all for giving Bash another try. He's been at us for so long now, putting in consistently fantastic performances, but I just think that that goal was so preventable, and I look back on it and I cry. Not literally. And then John Egan, he was good on Saturday. Some people have slated him. Don't buy it. I thought he was fantastic, possibly the best defender out of the three. In at left back, it's Ender Stevens. As I said earlier, improvements have got to be made by him. He's just such an average player. I'd love him just to make as I said earlier, I'd love him just to make a bombing run down the wing, cross it in, get Leon to score a diving header, put us 1-0 up, get the cop, shouting our heads off. Obviously it's at Riverside, but you know, next Tuesday against QPR, get the cop bouncing, you know. He's got that ability in his locker. I'm not going to say that he doesn't. That's why I'm so harsh on him as well. I know that he has the ability. I know he has such good crossing on him. It's just sometimes he just doesn't do it, and it's frustrating. So Ender Stevens in at left back, expecting a better performance from him. In the centre mids, I've gone with Lundstrom, Evans and Fleck. It's the midfield that worked last time against Middlesbrough. I say it did work quite well, I thought, against Swansea, even though that it played awfully. Lee Evans, he needs to have a more forward-facing side to his game. I also think that Lundstrom needs that as well. And Lundstrom and Lee Evans, we know that they've got screamers on them. They're just often too. I don't know how to explain it. They're not too scared. They're professional footballers. They just hold themselves back too much from getting forward at times. And because we've also got Fleck there, we've got 3 midfielders who can all be holding midfielders. Why don't one of the 3 of them just push forward? I don't know whether Wilder tells them to just be a bit more conservative or what, but we've got 3 centre-backs behind them and Norman and Stevens at left-back. Then we've got 3 midfielders that will hold, and we've also got players in front of them, including Leon Clark, who will get back and defend if we must. So I say the midfielders, because we're playing ones that are defensively sound, why can't they just try and push forward a bit? And if they lose the ball, we've got defenders behind who can win it back. So yeah, it's them 3 players all in midfield. And then in striker, I'm going for Leon Clark and David McGoldrick, okay? I've slated Leon Clark like I've slated Andy Stevens and I've slated Lee Evans, but I want to give them all a chance again because it's the first day of the season. I don't think that we're going to get anywhere by just moaning and dropping players. So I think I've only made 2 changes since the squad that we played against Middlesbrough last time out. I think I've gone unchanged. I've gone unchanged, haven't I? That would have been easier if I just said that from the start. I've only just realised I've gone unchanged. But yeah, Leon Clark, I'm expecting to have a bit more of a clinical touch about him. Maybe be a bit less conservative. He always goes for the pass. Sometimes I'd rather him just to rifle it at the keeper, see if he can get a corner out of it. And McGoldrick, I'm hoping he can be that David Brooks replacement from last time that we played Middlesbrough. He's certainly capable of it. He's a very creative striker. But like Leon, I think that he needs to be a bit more clinical as well. Obviously, I haven't got a season of watching David McGoldrick, so I can't really moan at him too much. So guys, this is the end of the video. If you agree with that lineup on screen, make sure to tell me down in the comments. And also, if there's any changes you'd make to it, tell me down in the comments. So I'm expecting some. I was going to start Billy Sharp, but I just don't want to drop Leon Clark. I feel like he's the best option out there. And McGoldrick is probably the best striker that we've got. Yeah, I'm happy with saying that. David McGoldrick is the best striker that we've got at the moment. So guys, make sure to drop a like, and as I said earlier, tell me changes down below what you make to the lineup. If you're looking forward to this match, or even if you go into it on this Tuesday night to Middlesbrough, tell me down in the comments. So yeah, I've dragged on this outro enough. So yeah, let's go. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm looking forward to this match. Hopefully some Blades players can make amends. Goodbye. Life has its music, life has its songs.